Today, we're diving deep into one of Carl Jung's most powerful insights about self-love and the relationships we attract. Are you ready to discover why the right people only arrive when you truly love yourself? Let's begin. True self-love isn't about standing in front of a mirror, repeating empty affirmations, convincing yourself that you're enough. Real, authentic self-love is born in those moments when you have the courage to face your shadow, those hidden parts of yourself that you've buried deep because of fear. Since childhood, many of us have been conditioned to conceal anything that might make us seem less acceptable. If you were ever told you were too emotional, too intense, or simply not enough, you likely learned to suppress those parts of yourself. You began hiding your truth, believing it was the only way to be loved or accepted. Yet those wounds don't simply vanish. They linger silently, shaping the way we relate to others in ways we don't even recognize. Jung discovered something profound. We attract what we haven't yet healed. If deep down you feel unworthy of love, you will unconsciously gravitate towards people who mirror that belief back to you. Not because the universe is cruel or punishing you, but because your subconscious is trying to guide you towards what still needs healing. It's as if life keeps handing you a mirror, showing you the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. This is why so many find themselves trapped in repetitive cycles, going from one relationship to the next, always hoping for something new, only to end up in the same painful place with the same issues, just wearing a different face. Before we continue with this life-changing wisdom, I want to speak directly to those of you who are serious about improving your lives before the end of this year. If that's you, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Here at Motivation Dose, we deliver powerful insights like these every single day. Don't miss out on the daily wisdom that could transform your relationships, your mindset, and ultimately your life. Subscribe now, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. Now, let's continue with how self-love transforms everything around you. One of the most painful patterns we experience is trying to find in others what we're not giving to ourselves. We wait for someone to come along and make us feel worthy, to validate us, to love us unconditionally. But here's the truth that will set you free. No one can give you what you are not yet willing to give yourself. The love you receive from the outside world will always be a reflection of the love you carry within. When you finally start to love yourself in a real, profound way, something shifts. You no longer feel the need to prove your worth to others because you know who you are. You stop begging for affection because you realize that your love isn't something to be bargained for. It's something sacred, to be shared only with those who truly deserve it. At that point, your energy changes. And with that shift, the people who show up in your life begin to change too. Some who once felt essential may start to drift away. At first, that might feel like a loss, like you're being abandoned. But in truth, it's a cleansing. You're clearing space for people who align with your new vibration, those who see you, who uplift you, who match your frequency. Relationships no longer come from a place of need, but from conscious choice. You no longer surround yourself with those who drain you, but with those who empower you. The relationships we attract are never random. They are mirrors, perfectly reflecting the level of consciousness we're living in. If you operate from a mindset of lack, you'll find yourself in relationships that reinforce that emptiness. If you carry unresolved wounds, you'll encounter people who press on those exact spots, not to hurt you, but to reveal what still needs healing. Sometimes life brings people into your path who challenge you deeply. People who disappoint you, betray you, make you feel like you're not enough. But if you look beyond the pain, you'll begin to see the truth. They are messengers from your subconscious. They are mirrors reflecting back what you've been unwilling to see within yourself. This is powerful knowledge that can completely transform your relationships. If you're finding value in these insights, and you're committed to growing into your best self, make sure you've subscribed to Motivation Dose. We post content filled with daily wisdom just like this, designed to elevate your mindset and help you create the life you truly deserve. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment about which part resonated most with you, and share it with someone who needs this message today. Your engagement helps us reach more people who are on this journey of transformation. Now, let's explore how mature love differs from the desperate connections most people settle for. One of the most common mistakes we make is thinking that love is about finding someone who completes us. But real love, mature love, isn't about filling a void. It's about sharing fullness. It's not about needing someone to make you whole. It's about walking together side by side, each already whole. That's the difference between relationships that drain you and those that nourish you. In one, you feel like you have to constantly give, to sacrifice parts of yourself just to be loved. In the other, you are simply allowed to be. No effort, no struggle, just presence and connection. If you've ever felt emotionally exhausted in a relationship, if you felt like you were always the one giving more, always trying harder, always carrying the emotional weight, then it's time to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what part of me is allowing this dynamic? Because the truth is, no one can make you feel inferior without your permission. No one can walk all over you unless you first ignore your own boundaries and dismiss the red flags. We often stay in relationships that are not good for us, not because we don't know the truth, but because we're afraid. Afraid of being alone. Afraid we won't find anything better. Afraid of failing. But the real question we must ask ourselves is this: are we choosing from love or from fear? Because when you begin to choose from self-love, everything changes. You no longer accept emotional crumbs. You stop trying to convince someone to value you. You stop settling for less than you know you deserve. You finally understand that your energy is sacred, that your light is not meant to be dimmed by those who don't know how to appreciate it. And that's when something extraordinary happens. Jung called it synchronicity. Those moments when life starts to align in magical, almost impossible ways. Just when you let go of what isn't aligned with your soul, the universe begins to send you people, situations, and opportunities that are. And it's not luck, it's not magic, it's simply the result of your frequency changing. It's as if the universe was waiting for you to realize your own worth before delivering what had always been meant for you. To reach that point, you must go through a deep transformation. You have to face your shadows, the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. You have to confront your deepest fears, those unconscious patterns that have kept you stuck in painful cycles. And this is never easy, because healing means releasing control. It means trusting that what you're letting go of was never meant for you, and that what is truly yours will come without force. When you truly love yourself, when you decide to prioritize your inner peace, your worth, your energy, everything starts to shift. You no longer settle for half-hearted love. You stop participating in toxic dynamics that leave you feeling empty. Because now you know love is not about sacrifice, it's about sharing. Real love doesn't shrink you, it expands you. And the right person will never need to be convinced of your value. They'll see it from the very first moment. There is a profound difference between wanting something and being ready to receive it. You might crave a healthy relationship, but if deep down you still believe you're unworthy of it, it will never arrive. You might long for deep, unconditional love, but if your wounds remain unhealed, you'll sabotage it the moment it knocks at your door. Because life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you're prepared to hold. So if you've ever asked yourself, why does nothing change? Why do I keep finding myself in the same painful patterns? The answer is simple but powerful. There's still something within you that needs to evolve. Not because the universe is punishing you, but because it's lovingly trying to show you what you've been avoiding. And the day you finally decide to let go, to release what no longer resonates with your essence, to choose peace over fear, that's the day everything will begin to transform. Because the love you seek, the wholeness you crave, the life you dream of, they've been there all along. They've just been waiting for you to believe you deserve them. When you reach this level of self-awareness, when you finally understand your worth at a deep, unshakable level, everything begins to align. The unnecessary drama fades away. The people who were only around for convenience or ego slowly disappear. And the opportunities that once felt unreachable suddenly come to you effortlessly. Not because the world changed, but because you did. Remember, energy doesn't lie. You can say you love yourself, but if you continue to tolerate what doesn't serve you, the universe will respond to that contradiction. The outer world will always mirror your inner world. Everything shifts the moment you stop begging for love. The moment you realize your energy is sacred, and not just anyone deserves access to it. That's the moment your life begins to transform. When you truly love yourself, you don't need to prove anything. You don't chase. You don't cling. You don't try to convince anyone of your worth. You simply are. And when you stand confidently in your own light without fear, only those who are ready to meet you in your truth will stay. This is Motivation Dose, reminding you that the journey back to yourself isn't always easy, but it is worth it. Because in finding yourself, you stop needing anything else to complete you. Remember to subscribe, like this video, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it today. Until next time, keep growing, keep glowing, and remember, you were always enough.